Hi, I'm Reagan Ratcliffe, and welcome to the Dallas Baptist Men's Basketball Preview. Last year, the Patriots compiled a 14-14 record in advance of the second round of the NCCAA Regional Tournament. It was a strong finish for DBU that included wins in 6 of their final 7 regular season games, including a victory over the Heartland Conference's regular season champions, Arkansas Fort Smith. Dallas Baptist head basketball coach Blake Flickner attributes the Patriots' surge at the end of the season to the team's heart and desire, and anticipates great things on the horizon for DBU basketball in 2014.
Well, I think it says a lot about that group's character. We kept really working hard. Guys were committed to the process and continuing to get better, and they stayed together and didn't fall apart as we continue to improve, and won some really good, tough road games and big games for us down the stretch.
As the Patriots enter a new season, they'll have to fill the shoes of Remy Jai, a 2-year starter at the forward position. Jai burst onto the scene as a senior last year, averaging close to a double-double with 10.5 points and 8 rebounds per game. Jai was also a defensive threat in the paint, blocking a team-high 27 shots, the third most in a single season in DBU basketball history.
Well, Remy grew a ton. When he first got here, he was not ready to contribute at the level that we wanted or had hoped, and I know that he wanted. But by the time he left here, he was a huge impact on the games. The way he dominated the glass, he was a phenomenal passer, very unselfish player, capable of knocking down shots, and really played with a lot more intensity and confidence, and became an excellent player for us. And he's going to be tough to fill his shoes.
While the Patriots lose Jai's presence on the floor, DBU returns a wealth of talent, including last year's leading scorer and second-team All-Heartland Conference selection, Jonathan Perry.
Well, we're really looking for Jonathan to step up even more. You know, we want to see him raise his game to an even higher level and be the dominant player that I believe he can be. It's such a big, strong, tough matchup problem for guys. He's a great shooter, can really get to the basket, a big-time rebounder, and we'd like to see him continue to develop as an upperclassman and really be a leader for us this year.
As Perry enters his junior season, much will be expected of him not only from a production standpoint, but from a leadership role as well. And that's an opportunity that he embraces in his third year at DBU.
Out on the court, I really try to lead by example, so hustling after balls, doing different things that I can do to show the other guys that we really have to work hard to be the team that we need to be for the future. And I'm also trying to be vocal leader as well, because I'm an upperclassman this year. So really mentoring the younger guys and showing them the ropes of how to play, how we're going to play DBU basketball this year.
The Patriots also return the team's second leading scorer, redshirt sophomore Miles Johnson, who averaged 11.8 points per game and drained a team-leading 47 threes last year.
Miles is another guy that is really a big matchup problem for people. He can post up, he's finishing a lot stronger, he's playing with more confidence right now, and he's a phenomenal shooter. And he's so long and so athletic that when he's knocking down shots, he can slash and finish at the rim. He presents real problems for the other team.
With the duo of Johnson and Perry back for the Patriots, along with an athletic group of newcomers, Johnson knows this team can be awfully dangerous with the number of scoring threats they have on the floor.
Well, I mean, between Perry and myself and all the recruits that we have in this year, we're going to be a really dangerous group offensively. We're going to be dangerous outside, inside. Our guard play is really good this year. We're really deep at the point guard, shooting guard, and small forward positions, and I think it's going to give people a lot of problems. They're not going to know who to guard this year. It's going to be a really good one.
Also back for Dallas Baptist are Chris Strong and Jordan Pratt. Strong is a senior who transferred to DBU from Otero College in 2013 and saw action in 28 games. The 6'6", 218-pound forward will be called on to help fill the void left by Jai on the inside.
Chris has really blossomed this offseason. He had a great spring, and he's really worked hard over the summer. He's shooting the ball with a lot more confidence and playing with a lot of confidence right now. He's been a great leader and is really teaching our younger guys and our new guys and help molding them into DBU basketball players.
Pratt's a 6'5" wing player out of San Antonio, Texas, who made 17 starts and averaged 5 points per game as a freshman last year. The most veteran player on this year's Patriots squad is senior Wesley Gibson, who enters his 4th season at Dallas Baptist. Gibson averaged 7.5 points per game last year and provides the Patriots a spark with his quickness and ability to create opportunities on the offensive end. As Gibson enters his senior season, he looks forward to the role he'll play as one of 4 seniors on this year's team.
I think this year my role as a senior is just to tell my teammates and make sure my teammates are doing what Coach asked to do, and also to lead through my actions, just to make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do and doing what's expected of me that I know because I've been here since for 4 years. So whether I'm starting or not, my spark is just to either do whatever coach asks. So that could be scoring some games, that could be getting assists some games, that could be playing good defense some games. Just depends on whatever coach wants me to do, whatever's going to help us win.
As the Patriots enter a new season, they'll do so with a new look at the point guard position. And Patriots head coach Blake Flickner is excited about what newcomers Shannon Lilly and Amari Bryant bring to the floor.
Well, we got a couple of new guys in Shannon Lilly and Amari Bryant that I think are going to really be spectacular. They can make great plays. They're fierce competitors, and they really bring a lot to the table on both sides of the ball. They can defend, they can knock down shots, they play unselfishly and can really create for other guys. And I think the DBU Patriot fans will be excited to watch those two guys play.
Lilly, who's a two-time most valuable player at the Class 4A state tournament for Kimball High School, enters his junior year after spending the last 2 seasons at Navarro College. Bryant, on the other hand, is a redshirt freshman who comes to Dallas Baptist after redshirting last year at Texas State. And it was the vision of the Patriots basketball program that drew him to DBU.
I actually heard about DBU through a former coach of mine who presented it to me. And one of the things that sold me was vision. Vision is really big with me. And what I saw was, a lot of the interchangeable parts and how versatile we were. And that's going to be a big thing. That's going to propel us to success. But, without a vision, nothing great can happen. So our vision with our work ethic, it's going to be big time. So that's what sold me and obviously sold everybody else. So.
With multiple scoring threats on the floor for DBU, Shannon Lilly expects to use his style to play a pivotal role in creating scoring opportunities for the Patriots at the point guard position.
I feel like I take what the defense gives me. If they bag up, you got to shoot the jumper. If they pressure, you got to get into the paint and create for your teammates.
The Patriots also added size, strength, and physicality with the signings of Franklin Uzunwani and Jordan Gosi. Uzunwani is a 6'7" forward originally from Nigeria, who comes to DBU from Northwest College, where he averaged 8.5 points per game. Gosi, on the other hand, is a 6'5", 249-pound freshman out of Maynard, Texas, where he went to the playoffs all 4 years of his high school career and was an all-district selection last year. The Patriots also added athleticism to their roster with the signing of Tim Simmons, who transfers to Dallas Baptist from North Platte College. In 2 seasons, Simmons scored 700 points while making his mark as a shutdown defender on the defensive end. With a collection of standouts returning from last year, combined with a highly talented recruiting class, DBU head coach Blake Flickner is excited about what lies ahead for the Patriots in the 2014-2015 season.
Well, I tell you, we really focus on the process, and we try and get better each and every day, and our goals are always to play harder than our opponent, to play more unselfish than our opponent, and to be playing our best basketball at the end of the year. We want to play to glorify God, and those are our goals, and that will take us to high levels. And if we focus on that process, we'll be pleased with the outcome.
The Patriots opened their 2014-2015 season on the road when they traveled to Austin, Texas for the Heartland Conference versus Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference shootout on November 14th versus Colorado Mesa University. DBU then returns to the Berg Center on November 18th to take on Dallas Christian College for their home opener. For the Dallas Baptist Basketball Preview, I'm Reagan Ratcliffe. We'll look forward to seeing you at the Berg Center as the Patriots make their drive towards a Heartland Conference title.